In this video, thanks for tuning into my channel. My name's Simon Hill, Black American from Louisiana, out here filming this live right now in Budapest, Hungary. And the time is about 7:25 p.m. Y'all pile into the chat. Y'all come and build with me. It's a pleasure to have this channel. I'm very lucky to have this platform. I hope you enjoy the content that I release, the things that I put out there in the world that hopefully bring some benefit to you, hopefully enlighten, engage you, entertain you, that sort of stuff. This live stream will probably only be an hour. I got some bad news, guys. My wife left me, man. My wife left me. She left me, bro. She saw all the criticism from people on the internet, and she said I can't be with him. Guys, I'm gonna break down. I can't take it no more. I can't take it no. All right, she's back. She's back. Anyway, well, I don't have anything to talk about now. I was just gonna riff about that, but I guess I'm stuck without anything. Shit. Anyway, this has been a very crazy week. For stuff that's going on in my personal life, but also what's been happening online. The content that I released a few months ago related to Albania continues to gain more and more traction, and I'm very glad that it has, though unfortunately I feel like a lot of people are missing the message, the overall message. I'm very happy to see that the channel is continuing to grow, continuing to develop. People are subscribing. I had the biggest watch time hours, I think, in my channel's history this month. Subscribers are not growing as much, but still we're getting more and more people coming. And hey, there are some YouTube channels that I watch that I don't subscribe to, but every time they're on my recommendeds, I always check them out. So, I'm not tripping over that. This has definitely been the most profitable month on my channel, period, like by a long shot. We've made a good amount of coin on this channel as far as watch time, ads, and as well as donations and subscriptions. And that's something that I did not think would happen on my channel at this stage. I'm still a very small YouTuber. 2,000 subscribers is a lot. Literally this time last year, I had less than 500. And since that time, I've grown it exponentially. So I want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed. Thank you to my wife for always rocking with me and helping me build. I've been trying to build this thing from the ground up, and I'm very glad that I, am seeing some success from that. On my channel, I literally just share my life. I don't talk that much about celebrities. I don't do that much hip hop gossip. I don't do, misinformation. I just try to do, what I find entertaining, engaging, what I find pertinent. And that's about sharing my experiences as a Black man in the world while abroad, dealing with the system of global white supremacy. And I'm just very fortunate that people find that engaging, entertaining. I wish that people would actually listen more than they do just skim through it. The content that I release is very well thought out. I try to always be, my absolute self and the realest that I can be. You get what I'm saying? And I'm going to take off this hat because I don't want to wear the hat. Y'all know I rock the baldy proudly. But yeah, man, I just wish that a little bit of the content was actually more understood by people. I see somebody join the live stream, so shout out to you, whoever you are. Come build with me. We're chopping it up real heavy right now about what happened this week and what's been on this channel. But, AKDI is not on the live stream today. This would be a usual Sunday live stream where we chop it up about a topic, but she didn't feel like coming on camera, and there's no pressure. I can hold it down by myself. I did this pretty much mostly by myself, so I can continue to do that. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the donations. So I mentioned that earlier. On this channel, we've had people send in super chats to the live streams. I'm very thankful and grateful for people that have done that. YouTube does take 30% of that. So if you really, really do enjoy my content and like what I release, then I suggest that you send those donations to the PayPal. I tried to set up a Cash App account, but because I'm in Hungary, I cannot set up my Cash App. I could hypothetically maybe download a VPN on my phone put my location in the US and then finish the setup, but I haven't put that much effort into it because I'm not a money hungry beggar on YouTube. I don't beg y'all for donations. I don't beg for memberships or subscriptions or anything like that. You know, I came here to build a community of people that are like minded, specifically black men who are like minded in the understanding that global white supremacy is real, that we don't have to be shackled down by any sort of preconceptions of what it means to be black, that we can just be our true, authentic selves, and that does not negate our blackness one bit. You know, it doesn't matter what type of music you listen to, what clothes you wear, how you speak, who you date, who you marry, where you live, that sort of stuff, because we realize that no matter where we are in the world, we're going to be treated as black men, be viewed as black men, and live our lives as black men and deal with all the consequences of that. So, addressing that, a group of black men who I actually kind of find entertaining and who give me some inspiration is the website The Collie. And if I'm slurring my words or if I sound like I'm all over the place, this Sunday live stream is just like any other live stream. I'm lit right now. I got my favorite bottle of vino with me, and I'm talking hella spicy. But a forum called The Collie, one that I check quite a lot, a forum that I delve into when I want to find content, picked up my Albania content and started posting it. And I was very surprised, but also disheartened a little bit by the reactions for people on The Collie, because I thought at least black men would realize, seeing a black man getting called racial slurs in a foreign country is wrong, absolutely wrong. And we should stand up for him and say, that's wrong. But then a lot of people were talking to me as if I should have expected getting called racial slurs. So, that was very disappointing to see, because I don't think any black man deserves being called racial slurs, period. I don't care who it is. Even if it's Clarence Thomas, even if it's Candace Owens, no black person deserves to be called racial slurs, period. And the fact that that happened to me in Albania, it could be in Albania or in Alabama. It shouldn't be any excuse. We shouldn't have to live our lives as black men thinking that it's okay, or there are some places that we just can't go, or if we do go there, we should expect to be subjected with subhuman treatment. That's absolutely not cool. That's not cool for anybody. You wouldn't tell a woman, hey, don't go to certain places in America or in X country because they're going to abuse you and use you and disrespect you and sexually assault you. As if rather the criticism should be, that country over there, they need to stop abusing women, sexually assaulting them, and doing that sort of stuff to them, rude catcalling and that sort of stuff. It's not okay. And that applies to any group of people, whether that be white people, gay people, people of different ethnic origins or backgrounds, wherever they're traveling to. Every person on this planet deserves the ability to go somewhere and be treated with basic human dignity, kindness, and respect. It doesn't matter about where it is, right? And if it does happen, that person has the right to call it out, point it out, and let people know about it if they so choose, or they can keep quiet. Me, I'm the type of person that I feel like my voice is my weapon. My voice is the weapon that I use to fight in this world that is actively hostile to my life and my expression. And I fight back rather than using weapons or my fists or trying to hurt people physically. I believe the mind and the words and the pen are more powerful than the sword or the gun or the bomb ever will be. You can kill me, but you can't kill my ideas. Now that my ideas are out there, I will forever live on. You get what I'm saying? So it means the same thing for what we're doing here on this channel. On this channel, this should be the hub. This should be the place where black people can chop it up about their true, honest life experiences and not have to worry about negative feedback from the world, whether that be from the others or our brothers. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I want this channel to be. That's what I tried to be. And that's what I meant on the live stream that I did earlier this week. That was the biggest live stream on my channel. That's what I meant by what I said. I have an exemplary life. I lead a life that I believe is someone that you should model. Not that you should agree with everything I say, not that you should think the way I think, but that you should try to live the way I live. And how do I live? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what the world thinks about me, what the world thinks about what I do or where I've been or what I've gone. I know who I am and I know the square that I stand on. And that's what I hope you do as soon as you're watching this live stream, or if you watch any of my content, whether you like what I say or what you don't like what I say, you have to realize that within you, there's something special. Within you, you have that ability to change the world, to make people think differently. That, on my channel, I've had people come and attack me and threaten me, my wife, my life, threaten to do all sorts of things to me. And those people automatically get blocked. But the comments on my channel that mean the most to me are the ones where people come to me and say, Simon, I never thought about this, or you really changed my mind or opened my eyes, or thank you so much for letting me know about X country or X place or that sort of stuff. And listen, I am nobody special. I am absolutely 1,000% ain't nobody. I'm poor, I'm black, I'm broke. I come from nowhere. I'm living in nowhere now, but I still believe in myself. And I do believe that what every person in the world has to give, despite where they come from, despite their background, despite how rich they are, you have something to contribute to the world. I know I sound like a life coach now. I know I sound like Tony Robbins or some motivational speaker, but I'm not trying to come across like that. This is what I honestly believe, and this is what the positive things that I try to leave in this world. You get what I'm saying? We're only on this earth for a short amount of time. We're only going to be here maybe 65, 75, 80 years, 90 years. We have a short amount of time on this earth, but while we're on this earth, I want you, I want me, I want everybody on this earth to do their absolute best to try to give back to people around us. We should not be wasting our lives hating on other people, judging other people, criticizing other people, living vicariously through other people. You, if you're watching this right now in the playback or in the live, I want you right now to do what you can in your life to make yourself better. All we have in this world is ourselves, really. Our money doesn't mean anything. Where we live doesn't mean anything. Our language doesn't mean anything. What matters is what we do with our lives to actually give back and motivate people. You get what I'm saying? If you do have a lot of money, you can influence the world even more. But luckily, with these social media platforms like what I have and like what you have now too, because if you're watching this live stream, you're on YouTube too, so you have the opportunity to use your voice and your words to motivate people, to shape people, to give them hope and guidance. There was nothing on this channel that I've released, at least I hope so far, that has been meant to denigrate other people, hurt other people, mislead other people. I've thought very carefully about every single video, every single word out of my mouth. There are times late at night, 3, 4, 5 a.m. when I rewatch something I released a year ago where I was riffing for about a good 30 minutes or an hour on a specific topic or about a specific theme. And I'm like, you know what? I still agree with that. Or I see myself in a little bit of that, but I've changed and grown since then. And that's okay to grow. I can't guarantee that 5 or 10 years from now that I'll still agree with everything that I've ever said. But the core basic crux of everything I've said, I 100% stand on, period. Every black person in this world should be able to live freely, happily, and peacefully, as well as any other group of people on this planet, period. And it does not matter if I get rich doing this. It doesn't matter if I stay poor the rest of my life, which I am ready to do, because I know that most likely, like the 99% of people on the planet, I'm probably going to have to struggle to pay the rent the rest of my life, the car note the rest of my life, worry about health insurance, all that sort of stuff. I know I'll probably be doomed to that fate. But even if I am doomed to that fate, I'm not going to give up the fight. I refuse to give up the fight, and you should not give up the fight either, period. None of us should be living in this world thinking that we are defeated, or that all we can do is just consume celebrity gossip, celebrity news, work and hustle for the rest of our lives, and then that's it. Then we die and pass away. No. I refuse to go out like that, and you should too as well. And we refuse to also live on this planet and be scared of other people, scared of other people's opinions of us, scared of going to other places, scared of seeing this world. I would be a bitch ass nigga, and I would be pussy. I would be absolutely pussy If I said I refuse to go to Serbia again, or Albania again, or Turkey again, or anywhere else that I've been before, or any other new place in the future, just because of supposed anti-black racism, we should not live our lives that way. Nobody should live their life that way. You should not be saying, well, you should expect to get called nigger abroad. Nobody should have to live like that. I shouldn't have to live like that, and you shouldn't have to live like that either. Not at all. Not at all. We live in a world right now where a lot of people don't have two pennies to rub together. A lot of people are worrying about the food on their backs. And if you do have a certain passport, if you do have a certain level of education, if you do have a certain level of income, you should use those opportunities that God has given you, blessed you with, to actually try and go out there and see the world, because many people can't. Many people, I would not be surprised if about only 35% of all of humanity has ever rode on a plane right now today. If you've ridden on a plane, you've done something about 70% of people on the planet have not done. Now, that does not make you better than anybody else. That does not make you more worldly or more intelligent than anybody else. It does not. But what it does mean is that you are blessed. You are better off than about the majority of people on the planet, right? Being able to speak English right now is something that a lot of people fight and die over and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to complete, if not thousands of dollars. Maybe I overstepped that part. But I fund my whole lifestyle by teaching English. Teaching English, something that, lawyers, doctors, CEOs, executives, all of them pay to do. All of them pay me money to help them get better at their English. And once again, I'm a nobody. I studied music in university. I used to want to be a rapper and a producer and a music industry executive. That didn't work out. Changed the plans. Now we're here now. And still, I'm talking to the bourgeoisie of the world, right? If you're able to speak English and understand what I'm saying or talk back to me, you're a privileged person. And you're able to have so many doors in the world open for you. Take advantage of that, and don't be scared of other people's opinions or other people's negative reactions when you show up anywhere. Now, as black men, we do have to realize, unfortunately, we live in a world that is hostile to black life and expression, and where negative stereotypes about us persist that are not our fault. Other people put out negative perceptions of us in broadcast, and now we have to deal with the consequences of it, but we can also fight back against that as well. Every place that I've gone, I've never committed a crime. I've never hurt anybody, never robbed anybody, never even meant to denigrate a country, despite what people might think. I never go anywhere with malicious intent. As black people, as black men, if you're watching this, if you're not a passport bro, because my channel is not for passport bros, I am not a passport bro. I don't go to other countries and just try to sleep with a bunch of women and then broadcast my liaisons on the internet. No. But if you are a black man across the world, we should go there respecting ourselves, respecting the place we go, but also not tolerating any disrespect. Now, we know that we will probably experience some hostility because of our phenotypes, but we should not accept that at all, period. I want to make that very, very clear on this channel. You get what I'm saying? So I don't care what the world might think about my journeys, my trysts, my adventures. I put them out there so that they can be capsules in time and show people that it is possible. Because a lot of people want to talk bad about me as if what I did was so bad, but they will never have the opportunity to do what I do, and they'll never have the opportunity to be the places I've been, see the places I've seen, and they'll only have to live vicariously through me. And of course, there's a lot of jealousy in that. There is a lot of jealousy. We have to keep it real. Jealous ones envy and the jealous ones hate. And the jealousy that I know that I get from people who want to talk bad about me is coming from a place of, just misunderstanding and ignorance. A lot of black men, unfortunately, in the US never got to leave their state, never got to leave their city, never got to leave their hood, stuck smashing the same broads that they were doing in high school, stuck working at the same job they had when they were 19, or worse yet, they have an inferiority complex because if they did get to see the world, they had to suck the white man's dick and join the white man's Navy, his Marines, his Army, his Air Force, that sort of stuff. Looking at an old white man, saluting him and saying, yes, sir, while being sent abroad to another country to go kill poor brown people that look like us and are being subjected to the same form of white supremacy that we live under in the US. There's an inferiority complex that exists in the minds of a lot of black men. We have to keep it absolutely real. On my channel, I keep it absolutely real. That inferiority complex is sometimes exhibited by black men who hate on others, and sometimes by black men who put other groups of people above black people, unfortunately. But we have to address this. That hate that we have for other black people has to stop. As much as I dislike Candace Owens, Clarence Thomas, Larry Elder, Thomas Sowell, all the coons, the professional coon class in America, I don't hate them brothers. I know they're misguided. I know I've said on my channel before that I hate coons more than anything else. They're worse than the white supremacists. I've said that before, and I absolutely 1000% still believe that to some extent. But I also believe that they are redeemable. All black life is sacred. I want to keep this absolutely clear. All black life is sacred. If you kill black people, if you cheat from black people, if you rob black people, you are the enemy of black people, because what you're doing is violating the lives of other black people. And we need to love each other more than we love any other group of people, if that makes sense. I'm not saying this as a supremacist or something like that. So let me just explain that sincerely, what I mean by that. I'm not saying that we need to love black people more than others because we are better than them, but we need to love each other because we see ourselves in each other. You get what I'm saying? So even if you dislike what another black person is doing, you have to love them and you still have to have some understanding for them. Do you get what I'm saying? So let me get into the comments real quick. Ahijado 86. It's also fear. Cats are afraid to do something outside of their comfort zone. If traveling isn't something your family does or did while you were growing up, the notion of just going out or spreading your wings is uncomfortable. Absolutely, 1000%. Absolutely 1000%, man. Like the first time I hopped on a plane and went across the Atlantic, I was 25 years old and I was flying to Africa. A lot of people might think, oh, Simon's a coon because he married a white woman. First time I traveled abroad by myself, I went to black-ass places, and I've only gone to black-ass places, and that's generally, I've pretty much gone to only black-ass places when I was a single bachelor man. You get what I'm saying? I've lived, the place that I've lived outside of America the most was Africa. 2 years in Tunisia, about 6 months in Kenya and in Tanzania. No, 9 months, about 3 years of my life has been in Africa, bro. 3 months in Mauritius, 3 months in Tanzania, and about 2.5 months in Kenya, plus 2 years in Tunisia. That's about 3 years of my life that I spent in Africa, learning, growing, developing, and that sort of stuff. A lot of black people in America never will get the chance to go to Africa. That does not make me better than them, but that does give me a perspective that they will never know. And my job is not to just hold that experience in me and then make myself feel high and mighty. No, my job as a black person who sincerely loves our people and wants to see the best for black people to help us get out of this system of white supremacy is to share my knowledge. Now, that does not mean that you then get the ability to judge my life. How I live my personal life and what I do in my personal life is my black ass business. That doesn't give you the right to judge my penis, judge who I'm dating, who I'm married to, where I've been, how I've spent my money. No. What I say to you, from my experience, if you haven't walked in these same size 10 Jordans across the planet, you got to shut the fuck up talking to me, honestly. You can give a critique, but you can't be hating on me. Because I would never hate on any other black man who did what I did if he told me his story sincerely, and especially if he was talking about the racism he experienced abroad. We have to know that. We have to be aware and prepared about what else is out there in the world. Do you get what I'm saying? A lot of people in America are upset that the Arabs, the Turks, and other Europeans and off-whites across the world come to America and hate on black people. And then we wonder where it comes from. Well, if you ask me, nigga, I've been to the places where the off-whites come from. I've been to Serbia. I've been to Turkey. I've been to the Arab lands. Been in an Indian type country, Mauritius. And I can tell you why they hate us there. Do you get what I'm saying? Because anti-blackness is there too. See, y'all niggas just be assuming what you've seen in other YouTubers who go there and all they do is smile, grin, and tap dance for white people. On my channel, bro, I never, ever try to placate white people. A lot of other black YouTubers on this platform, all they try to do is get white validation because that's the biggest way to blow your channel up. The biggest way to blow your channel up is to be a smiling, grinning, tap dancing nigga. That ain't me. That ain't me. I know I'm lit right now. But this ain't Step and Fetch It. This ain't that hour. This ain't that hour. This is a very black, very raw, radical YouTube channel, and it will always be. I know I might be turned right now. I know I might be turned right now. I might be yelling into your phone or your headphones or anything like that. But I will never, ever be that channel that wants 100,000 subscribers and all of them being white fans who just want to see me smile and grin and tell them how great they are, their countries are, their cultures are. That's what this will never be. I will always just be myself and give it absolutely real. If I go to a place and I absolutely 1000% like it, I'm gonna give it a good review. Like how Mauritius got a good review, and like how Hungary is about to get a great review in its Blacksit video. But if I go to a place and I get called racial slurs, if I go to a place and I feel people are threatening my life or threatening my wife or my family or anything, my duty will always be to speak up, period. Because I have to let y'all know what y'all doing is wrong, because y'all not gonna get away with calling me nigger and all sorts of racial slurs in the streets. That ain't never gonna happen. Yeah, ain't no way that's gonna happen. Nobody's gonna get away with racially profiling me or assaulting me or harassing me, my wife, my family, none of that, never. And I have a duty to speak up for my people and also inform my people. And even if my people don't like it, well, I guess I have to walk the shoes of Jesus. I guess I have to walk the shoes of Muhammad. I guess I got to walk the shoes of every other prophet that came before. Because even though Jesus came down and was trying to tell the Jews and the Pharisees, hey, you guys, you're not following God's laws. God's laws and the roots are about loving your brothers and the others and treating them with kindness. And then they ended up killing him. Well, I guess I got to be the same. I'm not comparing myself to Jesus, but I'm just saying I have to realize that every great man, number one, has a great woman behind him. And I'm so fortunate and blessed to have such a great woman on my side. But every great man that ever walked and lived in history always had to deal with hate from the people that he was fighting against, and also as well from the people he was standing up for. Gandhi, people don't realize Gandhi was killed by an Indian who he helped get freedom for in India, because the guy who killed Gandhi did not like that Gandhi was working with the Muslims. Even though the guy was Hindu, and even though Gandhi was the biggest Hindu in the world, super religious Hindu, the people that hate you the most are the people that you try to stand up for and love the most. And I just have to accept that. I realize even though I realize that I try to speak for black men, and I'm the realest black man, not because I'm super thug or super gangster. I realize I'm a real black American because I looked it up and I spoke about this on the live stream. The average age of the average black American is 33 years old. The average black American household makes about $12,000 to $26,000 US dollars a year. The average black American household has one person who has been married before. And the average black American man does not have any children. I fit all of those boxes, bro. All of those boxes. That's what makes me the realest nigga on YouTube. Because a lot of these dudes are rich. A lot of these dudes got 3 or 4 baby mamas and shit like that. A lot of black men are living on the other end, and they are on the extreme. I'm the average Joe here. I'm the average normal Joe. I could be your brother's, your cousin, your crazy friend at the office. I'm all of that. You get what I'm saying? That's what makes me the realest. And I'm also the realest because I realize that my blackness is central. Not because black identity is something I wrap myself in, but it's how the world will view and treat me. I'm going to jump into the comments real quick. So, Ahiyato, I need to know how to pronounce your name, man. Ahiyato86, mad respect. In my opinion, with your experience traveling, you should do a separate video where you talk about what a black man needs to obtain to travel, approximately how much to save up, and 4 places in Africa. That's a very, very good point, Ahiyato. I'm going to talk about that right now, actually. So, I'm going to say this. For anybody who's young out there right now, and they really, really want to go and travel and see the world, it's very, very easy. I cracked the code by accident. I didn't live this life right now on purpose. It wasn't my dream, actually, to, do all of this. I thought I was going to be a rapper and I was going to travel around the world and go on tour, and that's how I was going to see Germany, France, London, whatever, right? I thought that, like every other black man in America who's my age, younger, whatever, if you're a black man like me, you tried to rap and you thought you were going to get on. Anyway, that didn't work out. But if I was a young person right now, I'd be looking at trying to get a bachelor's or an associate's degree or something, and then trying to learn how to teach English online, or do some copywriting online, or learning how to code online, because you will not make a lot of money, at least teaching like I am. If you know how to turn it up, even better, more power for you. I'd suggest you get your CELTA or your TEFL, CELTA or TEFL, if you want to really travel and go outside. And then you can do whatever you want. If you want to be a passport bro and go to Colombia and sleep with the pros for $20 a pop, go ahead. If you want to travel to the Middle East because you want to get on your deen, you can do that too. If you really want to go to Asia and explore the food, you can do that too. If you get your TEFL or your CELTA and you start teaching English online, there's tons of jobs out there, tons of opportunity. It's not that hard to get on as far as teaching English. As far as other online jobs, there's like coding. There's other things that you could do. All that sort of stuff, man. I don't have any experience with that because that's not my field. There's also writing jobs as well. A lot of stuff is out there in the world if you really want to. You definitely need to get your passport. Definitely need to get a CELTA, TEFL, bachelor's degree of some sort, or an associate's degree. I'm pretty sure you can get by with an associate's. And yeah, I highly suggest people travel to Africa. Some of the most transformative experiences in my life I've ever had have been in Tunisia, have been in Kenya, have been in Mauritius. You get what I'm saying? I definitely want to go back to Africa. I want to see Sierra Leone. I want to see South Africa. I want to see Ghana. I want to go to Mozambique. I want to go to Namibia. I want to go to Botswana. I want to do all of that. I'm only in Hungary right now is because my wife wants to finish her master's, and then we're back on road. Or we'll settle down someplace, but we're still going to be traveling because I love to travel. I love to go to new places. I love to see and experience new things. It's sincerely one of the top things I love to do with my life. So, yeah, places to travel in Africa. If I could do it, if I could suggest something, I would suggest, and these are not places I've been, honestly, but definitely on my wish is Namibia, basically Anglophone Africa, because I feel like you can have a really good time in Anglophone Africa. So Kenya is a good place to go because damn near everybody in Kenya speaks English. I'm pretty sure everybody in South Africa speaks English. Namibia, they speak English. Sierra Leone, they speak English. Ghana, they speak English. And I'm pretty sure, and I have not been to Morocco, but Morocco is very touristic. So I'm pretty sure you can get by like with people who speak broken English, or if you know French, I'm pretty sure you can get by there as well. So that's my talk about Africa. So let's go into the other comment from Ahiato, where to eat, sleep, etc. Because there's plenty of examples of how to be a rapper, how to get women, but it doesn't seem mainstream or common knowledge, like how to travel to Nigeria, where to eat, where to sleep, how to travel abroad. That's not common knowledge. So I want to talk about how I was able to eat, sleep, and that sort of stuff. So there's definitely apps that can help you out. The number one app that I used to like book places that was great was VRBO. VRBO has like places that are definitely quality. You might book an Airbnb, but sometimes Airbnbs can be misleading or they can be trashy, and you might get an asshole who's your landlord or whatever. VRBO to me has been the highest quality service and definitely the best type of places. And so VRBO is one place you could go. Expedia, rack up your Expedia points. If you're booking flights, get those Expedia points on your side. These are not paid endorsements, and please don't take, financial advice from me because I'm poor, but you could definitely get advice for financial advice from somebody who's a professional. But I would suggest racking up points, those Expedia flyer points, getting like a credit card that has like frequent flyer miles that can reduce the prices of your flights. Flying in Africa is very, very, very expensive. It's not like Europe. You can fly from London to Madrid for like $100 or less, right? Flying from Nairobi to Addis Ababa is like $400 or $500. Like there's no way around it. Flying across Africa is hard. A great way to get around in Africa would be busing, right? But the thing about Africa is that if you have an American passport, a lot of places, it's only like there are only so many places in Africa we can go visa free. So you have the whole like Indian Ocean coast that you can go down. So I think you can go from like Ethiopia, Somalia, Kenya, Tanzania, Mozambique, all the way down to South Africa, visa free. And if you can't do that visa free, then you can get the East African visa, because in Uganda, in Kenya, Rwanda, there's one visa that you have to apply for online. It costs $100. It takes about 3 days to process, and then you can go to all those countries for about 3 months. So, that's a great way to travel. But then, on the other side of Africa, in Western Africa, only a few countries we can really get in. Like, we can't get into Nigeria visa free, Ghana visa free. You can go to like Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, Mauritania, that sort of stuff. But yeah, and when it comes to food, I'll just say this. Eating out while abroad has been some of the best experiences I've ever had. Delicious food in Mauritius, amazing street food in Tunisia, amazing street food in Kenya as well. Not the best pastries in Tanzania, but they make good pizzas. You know what I mean? Like, eating out in different places has been great, but you just got to be careful. You don't want to eat anything that looks a bit too crazy. You get what I'm saying? So just be careful and understand that other places might have different ways of preparing food than, what we're used to in the States or where you come from. The thing about the Balkans, like the Serbs, they eat raw meat. Like, they like their burgers rare, like blue rare. Like, you bite into that thing and the cow's still mooing, like that sort of stuff. And you just got to be careful when you're eating abroad, but that's one of the best experiences, best things about traveling. Ozzy said, yo, what's up? What up, Ozzy? Shout out to you, man. We're just chopping it up on this live stream. AKDI couldn't make it here this Sunday, but usually every Sunday, AKDI and I come in here, chop it up with y'all, talk about a really interesting topic. So just turn on your notifications if you want to know every time we go live. Just look for Live with AKDI. That's my wife. She's smart, intelligent, beautiful, sexy. She's great. And so, yeah. Just chop it up with us every Sunday. Shout out to Ozzy. He's a day one on this channel. So Ozzy said, any interest in Nigeria? I don't have really the interest to go to Lagos, honestly. Not because I'm scared and not because it seems hectic. It's just because it seems like another big major city. So I would like to see more of the northern part of Nigeria, or maybe just like a quieter section. You get what I'm saying? Like, Lagos just seems a bit too hustle and bustle for me. So I might want to go to like some more places that are off the beaten trail and that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? So City Paper said, what's up, chat? What's up, City Paper? Never seen you before in my chat. But shout out to you. Shout out to City Paper. So Ozzy says, hello, City Paper, and that sort of thing. So anyway, yeah, I just want to say, man, if I want this channel to just be always something that's real, authentically me, and good information for people. So the information that I gave about Albania when I was traveling around Albania is actually very helpful. In the videos, I showed you how you could travel from city to city using the buses, where to go, how much it's going to cost. I showed you what the apartments, what the hotels look like and that sort of stuff. I showed you the history of the place. I walked through the Albanian museums, multiple museums. I showed y'all the culture of that place as well. Did I do it as good as some professional YouTuber who has a whole camera crew and editing staff and that sort of thing? No, I did not. No, I did not. I'm not that, professional. This is still guerrilla style. It's still mostly me and my wife. If you want to see better quality videos, go subscribe to the other channel that I have, specifically a travel channel that's non-controversial, which is Backpack Bandits. But I want to say this. Unfortunately, people like the bullshit. People like the drama. People like when there's somebody on the internet talking spicy and crazy, and that seems like a wild person. Because the wilder you act on the internet, the more attention you get, unfortunately. And I try not to do that. I try not to be extra. Like, if you were to meet me in person, this is really what you're getting. I'm this loud, I'm this intelligent, I'm this witty, I'm this clever. You know what I mean? I'm really just myself. I'm self-deprecating. I don't take myself too seriously. I can laugh at a joke in myself. I can also roast you back. I can do all that. You get what I'm saying? But how come on this channel blew up, but the other channel that I share with my wife didn't blow up? I wonder why. Maybe it's because people say that they want black men to be, quiet, subdued, submissive, that they want black men to just go places and smile and be happy. But when I do that on my other channel, 400 subscribers, 100 views per video. But then when I'm on my channel talking about the racism that I experienced in Albania, or talking about what it's like to be black in Tanzania or in Kenya. Oh, people are down for the fuck shit. People are here and glued in for the bullshit. Now it's going viral. That's on y'all. That's on the consumer. That's on the consumer. So people tell me that I need to delete my channel, that I need to take down my videos, that I'm just here creating gossip or misinformation, or I'm here just trying to cause drama. No, not at all. People are choosing to click this. I didn't make anybody do anything. I don't run ads for my channel. I don't post incessantly on Facebook or on Twitter or on Instagram promoting this channel. Every video that has over 10,000 views on my channel went viral on its own. I don't do any promotion on this channel. So why? I want people to tell me in the chat. Why? Tell me why. Tell me why. Why do people like the bullshit? Tell me why. Why do people like the drama? Tell me why. Tell me why people want me to say Albania's racist anyway. Tell me why. Tell me why. Somebody tell me why. Nobody can tell me why. Okay, y'all are quiet. I know why. I know why. It's because people really don't want information. That's the sad thing about this world we live in. I try to keep this channel academic, positive. I try to keep it informative with a specific target audience, but people don't want information. People just want drama. They just want bullshit. They just want somebody to laugh at on the internet, unfortunately. Maybe later in life when I get more educated, when I go back to university, when I get my master's or my PhD, hopefully, inshallah, I can come on this channel with even more information in a more enlightening way because I'll have a deeper wisdom and knowledge and experience. But until then, I'm giving y'all all I got. I'm giving y'all all I got. My life is meant to be for service. My life is meant to help guide people and entertain people, but also engage them and challenge them and point out anti-blackness and white supremacy, no matter where it be, no matter where it may be. But as long as I'm here on this earth, I'm going to still do the same thing. I'm going to still do the same thing, but I don't want anybody coming on here hating on me. Because if you hate me, you hate your brothers, you hate your daddy, you hate your uncle, because I'm one of y'all, man. You got to realize that. I'm one of y'all. I'm one of y'all. I'm no different than your homie from the block, your boy that you play ball with, man. You know what I mean? I'm not a great spades player, but the guy you used to team up with at spades, at the family reunions or the cookouts, I'm one of y'all. And if you hate me, you hate yourself probably if you're a black man, honestly. Honestly. And y'all might say, oh, Simon hates himself because he married a white woman. Yes, my wife is white. She's sexy. She's hot. And I love my wife no matter what. And we ain't getting a divorce. I'm Will Smith. I love my wife with all my heart. And she's the greatest woman that I've ever met. She's someone I want to be like, even though she's younger than me. Even though she hasn't lived half of the life that I've lived. She hasn't gone through half of the drama I've gone through or seen some of the troubles I've seen. Yet and still, she's always on my side. She's always holding me down. A lot of men don't have that. And I know I'm very lucky and very fortunate to have her. And I love my wife so much.
I love you too.
And my wife says she loves me too. See, that's what you guys will never have. People who want to hate on me. You'll never have somebody who sincerely loves you, no matter what, despite how crazy you are or how out there you might be. You get what I'm saying? She's with me through thick and thin, and I'm with her until the very end. And that's how it should be. But yeah, I love my people, even though I love my wife. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. I can be who I want to be with, and nobody can take that away from me. Because you're not going to come here and spoon with me. You're not going to come comfort me when I'm feeling down. You're not going to fucking give me pedicures. You're not going to cook me breakfast. You're not going to help me make coffee. You know what I mean? You're not going to do any of that for me. So why should I worry about what your opinion is about who I lay with? You get what I'm saying? This is only on the internet where people talk this shit. Because I've never had somebody come up to me in person and challenge me about who I'm holding hands with or who I'm on a date with or anything like that. And if you're a black man out there, and you're with somebody of the opposite background and people are giving you shit for it, don't pay any mind to them. You get what I'm saying? Don't pay any mind to that. That's only on the internet. It's never in real life or in person. Now, are there real racist, crack-ass crackers who dislike their sons and daughters marrying black men and make it hard for those brothers? Yeah, absolutely. But if that woman is down for you and she doesn't share any of those similar qualities as the family that's hateful towards you, then, brush that off your shoulder and you two go build a life together. And Yeah, oh damn, there was something else I want to say. If you happen to be with somebody who's not a black woman, just don't become a hater of black women and start saying all this sort of anti-black stuff about black women, because that's what pisses me off the most. I've never once on this channel said anything negative about black women. And I want to ask my wife, in real life, Acti, have you ever heard me say anything in real life in this house negative about black women? No. Absolutely not. Never. Absolutely not. My wife is with me all the time and she has no reason to lie at all. She has no reason to lie at all. I do not disrespect black women. I love black women, and I will always stand up and advocate for black women. I'm not like any of these red pill manosphere sick motherfuckers online who talk bad about black women all day and about how black women are X, Y, and Z. That don't even come into my mind. I don't even know the adjectives niggas are using now to describe black women and that sort of stuff. Like, we are in this together as a people. We are in this together as a people. Black men and women and children. We are in this together in this fight against white supremacy. We don't have any friends, and I've made this very clear. We don't have any friends in this world who are truly going to advocate and stand up for our interests to the very fullest. Nobody. All we can do is love each other and push forward together. And so while I'm here, despite who I'm with, I'm on the same side as everybody else on this planet. Who is against white supremacy and that sort of stuff. Man, I am nice right now. I'm running it up, but I'm very nice right now. We're only going to be here for about 15 more minutes on this live stream. So any comments, questions, anything y'all want to say, y'all get it out. Y'all get it out the way. Really sorry that Acti couldn't be here on this live stream. But next Sunday, definitely, we're going to chop it up heavy. We might go a full 3 hours. We might go for a full hours on this live stream, chopping it up. But yeah, I just wanted to do this because I'm dedicated to my channel and to my audience and just building with y'all. Something I want to say on this channel, go check out my other content that I release with culturalist theory. So tomorrow on YouTube, I have a new episode on culturalist theory dropping. It's the ranking of Joe Budden albums from best to worst. And I think people will be happy with the results because I did a very thorough breakdown, I believe, of Joe Budden, and I think it's going to be the best episode that I've done yet on that channel. So if you don't know, I'm a writer as well for Culturalist Theory. It's another YouTube channel where they rank hip hop and R&B albums, and I've done 3 episodes. I've done 2 episodes so far. One for Plies, one for Khalees. The third one for Joe Budden should be dropping tomorrow. So y'all go check that out. Y'all go support it, like it, subscribe to their channel, share all that stuff. And I got more content coming soon. And so, yeah. City Paper jumped into the comment section. City Paper says, AKA Guyana Brent, I'm trying to take YouTube serious. I thought I would create a channel for passive income. I'm putting it together slowly. Man, Guyana Brent, man, I hope you're successful. I hope, oh God. Guyana Brent, I hope you're successful. Let us know what your content will be about. I will subscribe to you. I'll help you out. If you ever want to interview on this channel, you're more than welcome. You don't have to show your face or anything like that. But I definitely want to see you succeed. I want to see your channel blow up and be even bigger than mine. You know what I mean? As you see, Guyana Brent, I'm still working out how I'm going to make this channel, blossom and bloom. But this is just a side project for me. In fact, honestly, if I keep it real with y'all, I don't even feel like I even take YouTube that serious. You get what I'm saying? I work very hard at teaching English. I work very hard on writing. I feel like I only kind of work hard on YouTube. Trust me, if I was going 1000% as hard as I do on anything else I work at in life, this channel would be totally different. But right now, this is still like me at, I would say, about 50% like effort on doing what I do on this channel. And even 50% effort, it's hard. It's hard being a YouTuber. It's hard editing videos. It's hard finding interesting content and building an audience and finding your niche. It's not easy, because if it was easy, everybody would do it. But if everybody could do it, it wouldn't be special. But everybody here has something that can make them special. And so whatever you have going on, Guyana Brent, I hope it works for you. Ozzy as well. Whoever else is in here, Ahiyato 86. I hope everybody can find something in their life that's going to work out for them. Giovanni Garza said he's having sex. So if he's having sex while watching me, are you making the woman listen to my voice? Is your girl looking at this handsome chocolate black man and trying to come? Is that what's going to help you, make her finish? Because, I could help you out. I could give you some pointers. But, that's the thing about being a black YouTuber, about being a black man in this world. There's, philia. There's like the negrophilia. There's people who are obsessed with the black body and just black people in general. And I'm not a particularly handsome black man. I'm just witty, charming, intelligent, and funny. But yeah, Giovanni Garza, I hope you made her come. I hope, she's not, over there fantasizing about my phallus. And I hope you can take care of your business. We only have about 10 minutes left on the live stream. So yeah, I just wanted to wrap up everything and just make it absolutely clear. I titled this live stream, Poor Righteous Teacher. And for anybody who doesn't know, I used to be a 5%er. Does anybody know what the 5%ers are or who they are? If you don't, I'll break it down real quick. So I don't know if I can show it on the live stream, but I have a tattoo right here. This tattoo right here was the very first tattoo I ever got. And that's the universal flag. And the universal flag stands for the black man is the number 7, the moon for the black woman, and the star for the black child. And I memorized all of the 120 lessons when I was about 16 years old. My teacher was True Wise Allah out of Virginia. Now he's living in Houston. But he's a good brother, and he taught me everything about the 5% nation and what they believe. Basically, the 5%ers believe that the black man is God, the black woman is earth, the black people were the original people on this planet, and that black people need to return to understanding who they truly are in their essence to actually move forward as a people so that we can stand on our square. The 5%ers are not Muslim because they don't believe in a God or any sort of prophets. They believe that God lives in man, and specifically in the black man. And the black man who realizes he's God and lives to his full potential can really live a holy life and that sort of stuff. Yes, that sort of thing. Now, I'm not a 5%er anymore because now I do believe in God. I am a Muslim, and I don't believe that any man is God, though I do think there is some merit in thinking that the human mind creates existence because we don't know what exists outside of our observable reality, right? But the 5%ers believe that there are 100% of people on the planet fall into either 3 categories. They are either the 85% who are dumb, deaf, and blind, people that just believe whatever is being told to them in the media, or they believe the history that they're taught in schools. They're just ignorant, basically ignorant people who can easily be misled. The 5%ers believe that there's another group after the 85% who are the 10% who keep 85% of people dumb, deaf, and blind. 10% know the truth. They know the real information, but they profit from people being ignorant and then profit from their ignorance. These are the drug companies, or these are the media companies, or these are our teachers, our lawyers, our doctors. They have some information that they then use to lord over the others. And then there are 5% of people, and 5%ers are not all 5%ers, meaning that there are people who are a part of the 5% who don't even view themselves as 5%. So 5%ers are people who know the truth, but then they use it to try to teach the 85% so that they can possibly, one day overthrow the 10% and make a better world that's just for everybody. You get what I'm saying? When you become a 5%er, you view yourself a part of that small select group who then call themselves poor righteous teachers. This was very profound to me when I was about 16, 17 years old when I was studying this. And even though I'm not a 5%er now, one of the lessons of the 5% is about who are the 5%. They are the poor, righteous teachers of the earth who teach and educate the 85% who are the dumb, deaf, and blind. Why are they poor? Why are the poor righteous why are the 5%ers poor? Well, if you are poor, that means that you are a person not of wealth. You are a person who has no material advantage over other people. So people would only listen to you if you actually had some information that was valuable to them or that could enlighten them. Think about it. All of the prophets that we've had through history, were they rich? Did they have mansions? Did they drive fancy cars, or did they have the nicest camels or whatever? Buddha, Muhammad, Jesus, all of these men were poor, lived their lives as poor people, but they are the most revered and respected people on the planet. Why? Because they were poor. Because there's an inherent how can I say this? There's an inherent holiness in poverty. In poverty that is coming from a sincere place, not in a state of destitution, but a state of, how can I say, not wanting for more than what is allowed to be given. Because anything more than what we actually want or need is a form of gluttony. I know I'm ranting here, but I'm just getting to the point. So the 5%ers are poor and they are righteous. Righteous should be self-explanatory. They believe in what is right. They want to advocate for what is right, and they stand on what is right. So poor, righteous, and they are teachers. Teachers are the most noble types of workers that we have. Being a teacher is one of the last few truly noble professions. And I did not expect my life to go the way it was. When I was 16 or 17, I thought I was going to be rich, famous, rapper, executive, something in the music industry. I thought I was going to be that guy. I thought I was going to be like Birdman or something. You get what I'm saying? But life turned a different course. And it's funny how what I thought at 16, it's good to be a poor righteous teacher. Then I got a bit older and I thought it's all about getting money. I kind of wanted to be a 10%er in a way. You get what I'm saying? And now life has sort of come around where I feel like I lived into kind of what I saw when I was 16, a poor righteous teacher. You get what I'm saying? I would like to get out of poverty. I would not like to struggle so much like I do now. You get what I'm saying? But I still find it very odd and also a little bit comforting that I, made it to this point where I can say, I feel like I'm doing something positive in the world with this channel, with my voice, with my platform. I'm teaching and educating people about places a lot of black men never will get the chance to go or will never get the chance to see. And on top of that, I do believe I have some righteousness, I'm not the best or perfect person in the world, but I do believe I try to advocate and speak up for what is right and just. And of course, we ain't got two pennies. So Ozzy said it's hard to be a 5%er in this increasingly capitalist world. Yeah, it is. It is very hard to be a type of person who says that they give up all material things. That's what the Buddhists believe and the Jainists and all sorts of Eastern religions. They believe we can truly never be happy as long as we have wants and desires. As long as you're always wanting for the next thing, desiring the next thing, wanting to buy the latest gadget, phone, computer, we'll never truly be happy. We'll never truly be satisfied. You get what I'm saying? And so I believe there is some truth to that. There is some truth. And that's why I think it's important to fast. That's why I think it's important to disconnect sometimes. That's why I think it's important to always try to, get back to the basics of what we have in life. And that's why we always need to be thankful every day for what we have. And yeah, even though we live in a world where we continue to be pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed to buy more, consume more, be more, do more, it's always good to remember that, all we have in this world is time. All we have is time, really. We were born, and then we're going to have an exit date, all of us. And so how do we fill that time? Do we want to fill that time with nothingness? Do we want to fill that time with productivity? Productivity as in serving the levers of capital, trying just to make more and more money and then consume and consume? Or do we want to live in this world where we try to make it better for ourselves, our children, and the larger society? I hope to operate on that third level. I hope that I'm operating on that third level where I see myself as contributing to something in the world. You get what I'm saying? I hope that, despite how ugly I am, despite how poor I am, despite how unintelligent I might be to some other people, I do believe that I have something to give in this world, and that's what I want to leave this planet with. I want to leave with some positivity. I have not lived the perfect life. I have not lived even the best life, but I do try to live an exemplary life from now until the day that I exit. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to say, and that's what I hope you do too. No matter where you are, what you look like, or where you come from, let's try to leave this world in a better place. You get what I'm saying? So City Paper said, quick question, do you need an associate with the TEFL or just one in order to teach online? This is the thing. The TEFL is literally just a scam. I don't know why the entire English teaching industry, English teaching for second language learners industry is so adamant on people having TEFLs. I have a TEFL, but you don't need one to teach English if you are a native English speaker who is generally accentless. If you come from, let's say, the US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, the UK, you're going to be top choices for a lot of schools out there to get picked and to get to work. You get what I'm saying? Teaching English only takes patience and a certain mentality of understanding where people are coming from and just treating people with dignity and kindness and respect. That's it. If you log into that computer, talk to people like they're normal people, smile, be patient, and that sort of stuff, you'll do well as an English teacher. Now, if you speak English, but you come from maybe a country where they have a very thick accent, like India, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, that sort of stuff, Jamaica, Barbados. Okay, now you're on that second level. But then on top of that, you'll probably need a TEFL, a TESOL, that sort of stuff, or a CELTA to help you get your foot in the door, along with maybe like some higher educational degree of some sort. You get what I'm saying? Do you need a bachelor's? Not really, but the TEFL generally is a scam because you don't need it to work. And there is no certifying body. There's no like TEFL organization that checks whose TEFL is correct. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it absolutely real with you. Absolutely real. You could probably create your own TEFL through PDF generation and pass it off and nobody's gonna care. It's not hard. And even if you decide to pay $60 to get your TEFL online, which you can do, I mean, it's not hard to complete those courses either. But yeah, if you really want to teach, get those documents out. The CELTA is the only one that's like certified and guaranteed across the world. The CELTA is like the real big boy, but even with that, it's not guaranteed that you're going to get more jobs. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you. My wife has a CELTA and it hasn't really helped out a lot because unfortunately, if you come from that third tier of language speakers, as in somebody who speaks English as a second language, even if you speak it near native fluency, sometimes they act funny with those people. Like if you come from a country like, let's say, Ecuador, you come from Cuba, you come from France, and you speak English as a second language, even if you have a CELTA or a TEFL, they might make it a bit harder for you to get those English teaching jobs. But there's a lot of them out there, and yeah, anybody who wants to get into the industry, get into it, man. Go to Teach for Good online, go to raincore.com. There are a lot of sites. Just look for it, dig for it, keep your day job, but maybe you could do this as a side hustle. And my opinion is that the Asian schools might pay a lot, but they are very strict about curriculum and pedagogy and methodology and that sort of stuff. If you're okay with strictness, work with the Asian schools. If you want more freedom and relaxation, find schools in different parts of the world. It could be in Europe, could be in Latin America, could be in Africa, whatever, Middle East. Find something that works for you. There's a lot of them out there. And hell, you could even start your own, honestly. And that's what I think I should do. Honestly, as I continue to do this as a career, I should look into teaching English as, as a business person myself. You get what I'm saying? So I hope that was good. I hope y'all enjoyed this live stream. Y'all come build with me anytime y'all want. Share this video, like it. This was just me ranting for a good hour with y'all, ripping with y'all. I got to get back to work. I got some writing I need to do. We working on another project for culturalist theory. Y'all go check out my new video that's dropping on culturalist theory tomorrow. And yeah, that's it. I'll take a swig of this. Cheers to all of y'all on this beautiful Sunday. That's all I got to say, really. All right, peace.